Hello, I hope you're ready for our math challenge for today. Today we have the ornament problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. So we've got this lovely, beautiful Christmas tree, okay? And we have all these little ornaments on our Christmas tree, but there are quite a bit. There are quite a few. Now, we could go ahead and count this out, but that might take us a little while. So I want to know how many ornaments are on this Christmas tree. And one way that I can do that, rather than counting them all out, okay, we're assuming there's too many to count, we can actually just use a sample, all right? So we're gonna take two assumptions here. We're gonna assume first that the decorations, the ornaments, are evenly distributed, okay? And the regions are evenly divided, okay? So those are our two assumptions, all right? And in our sample here, we can count, all right? Now this sample is smaller than the whole picture, but we can go ahead and we can count some ornaments here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in our sample, there are 5 ornaments, okay? So we have a sample of 5 ornaments, and we know that in this sample, this first region, okay, there's 5, but there are 8 regions in total. Okay, so we've broken this Christmas tree into 8 regions. We know how many is in one region, and we have these two assumptions. We assume that the decorations are evenly distributed and the regions are evenly distributed. So now I want you to answer this question. How many ornaments are on the tree? Okay, we're going to want to look at this number here in particular and this number here in particular. All right, so there's a little bit of a hint for you. But I hope you have luck with this question. Let's go ahead now and move into our segments for the day. Hello and welcome to our math solution today. So you remember we had the ornament problem and now we're going to have the ornament solution. So when we left off, we had this Christmas tree and we talked about counting all the ornaments being very difficult. And so rather than doing that, we are going to use a system to figure out how many ornaments are approximately on the tree. And we made some assumptions. We said that the decorations are distributed evenly and that the regions are divided evenly, okay? So when we talk about distribution being even, you can see here I've drawn a couple of little dots, okay? And each of the dots is a set distance away from the other, okay? So these dots are always, let's say, 0.5 millimeter or 0.5 centimeter apart from each other, okay? This one's like this. So that's what we mean by uniform distribution or evenly distributed. Okay, so they all have the same amount of space sort of between each other. And if I draw a box, what's kind of nice is if I draw sort of like a box anywhere in here, let's say that I draw it over this corner, okay, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I move to that box, say over here, I'm going to count something similar. Let's see. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in this box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say that I move that box slightly up. I can move it maybe up here. And you're going to see that I kind of get the same amount. As I slide this box around, I always end up with the same number of dots in there. Yeah, so this isn't always going to be true. Okay, there will be times when we're off by a couple, but for the most part, it's always going to kind of average out around the same amount because of this even distribution. We can take advantage of that, and that's what we're doing here. So you remember we talked about breaking this tree up into regions, just like my box here. Okay, and we now know that these different regions, because of the uniform distribution, will have approximately the same number of decorations or ornaments in each box. So what we can do is we can figure out how many are in a single box and then count to figure out how many will be in the total. So we know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our first box here. Okay, and we know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 regions. So the answer to how many ornaments are on the tree, we can say that it's 5 times 8, how many regions we have. So the answer will be something around 40. And if you're real keen, you can go ahead, you can count up all the ornaments and see, were we correct? How many are approximately on the tree? There you go, that is your solution to our math problem today. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.